Hello, everyone, and welcome to Crafting with Delonda. It's me again, Delonda, and thank you so much for joining me today. As you can see, I have my daughter, Morgan, right here.
Hey, y'all.
And for those of you who don't know, she does have a few videos on my channel. There is a full playlist that is called Crafting with Morgan, and I would definitely invite you to check them out. In today's tutorial, she is going to demonstrate how to use adhesive vinyl to make these cute Libby glasses that you see right here. She did the full tutorial by herself. I was here in the room, but I did not help her at all. I wanted her to be able to go through the process by herself. I wanted her to make the mistakes. I wanted her to see what she could do and see if she could teach you how to do it. At the end of the video, she is going to share the things that she's learned and some tips and tricks that she learned along the way. At the end of this video, if you find it helpful, please consider liking the video, subscribing to my channel, and turning on the bell for notifications because I do upload new content every single week. Now, without further ado, she'll get started.
The materials I'll be using for this project include 4 different colors of permanent adhesive vinyl by StarCraft. I'll be using this metallic, light brownish color, white, red, and chocolate brown. I'll also be using a weeding tool, a scraper, some scissors, a green standard grip mat, 2 of these Libby glasses, 91% isopropyl alcohol to clean off the glasses before I add the vinyl, as well as a paper towel to apply the alcohol, some transfer tape, and the Cricut Explore Air 2, and both of the designs will be from Creative Fabrica and Design Bundles. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, I am in the Creative Fabrica website, and the first thing I'll do is go to the search bar and type in Libby Glass Christmas. And then I'll just keep scrolling until I find a design I like. They have a lot of good ones to choose from. So I like this one right here, so I'm just going to select it. And then I'm going to click right here on download. And it's going to go up here to the top right because it is a Windows-based operating system. So I'll click on the file. And then I'm going to click right here where it says extract all. And then I'll go to browse. And then I want it saved in my documents, so I'll click on documents. And then since I got it from Creative Fabrica, I'll put it in the Creative Fabrica files folder. And then I'll click on new folder. And then I'm going to rename it as Gingerbread Man. And then I'll click select folder, click it again, and then I'm going to click extract. And now it should be saved, so I'll go over to Cricut Design Space, and then I'll click upload. And I'll show you how I got it right here. Click upload image, browse, and then you're gonna go to where you have the file saved. So remember I put it in documents, and then it's in Creative Fabrica files, open, and then whatever I saved it as. So I saved it as Gingerbread Man Libby, open, and then you'll click on the SVG one, which is the Microsoft Edge, and I'm clicking on grouped. Open, and here it is right here, so just click on upload, and then add it to your canvas. So the size that I got when I measured my jar was 9.5 by 3.8, so I'll unlock it and resize it. There we go. Alright, so now that I have the gingerbread men how I want them, I'll show you how I'll add the next file on there, which is the Santa hats. So I did the same process for downloading it, except I saved it to my design bundles folder instead of Creative Fabrica because that's where I got it from. So upload, and I'll click on this file right here, add it to my canvas, and I'll just move it out the way. And then I'll do the same thing, resize it, unlock it right there, resize it to 9.5 by 3.8. And then the next thing I'll do is ungroup it, and I'll click on the red layer, move those to the side, and then I want to go ahead and attach this whole white layer so they stay together. That way, whenever it's time to put it on the bottle, on the glass jar, I can just line up the red with the white. So now I am ready to click make. And as you can see, we have 4 different mats because we are using 4 different colors, but to make this easier for myself, what I'm going to do is minimize it down to 2 mats. So I'm going to put the gingerbread men on one mat and the Santa hats on a different mat. So I'll go to the second mat, click on the 3 dots, move object, and then I'll move it to the first mat. Oh, and I'll move it to this third mat right here. So now we have all the gingerbread men together on one mat. And then I'll go to this last mat right here and move it to the first mat. Just like that. So now you can see we have our white layer, our red layer. Here's going to be our lighter brown layer and our darker brown layer. So we have 2 mats. And then I'll click continue. So there you see our 2 mats. Like I said earlier, we are using the Explore Air 2. The material I'll be using is premium vinyl. And everything I'll do from here will be back on the camera. Alright, so I loaded both of my mats. Here's the one for the Santa hats, and here's the one for the gingerbread men. So the first mat on Cricut Design Space is this one, so we're gonna just load it and get these cut out. Alright, so first we're starting with this one that has the white lid because white and red. And before we get started weeding, I just wanted to show you how I measured it. So I take the measuring tape and I start a little bit, and I started a little bit below the curve, and then I just went down to right here. I did it in inches, but you can do centimeters if you like. So right under that curve and then down here. And then for the width, I just wrapped it around until you get your measured width. Just like that. Alright, so here are my mats loaded with the vinyl and cut out. Now I'm going to get these weeded. I'm going to start with this one right here, and we're going to move to an overhead angle. Alright, we got the long part out of the way. It's all weeded out, and the first thing I'm going to do is just take some alcohol and wipe the glass clean. That way the vinyl will stick better and it's on a cleaner surface. And I'll go ahead and do that for my second jar so it can be drying while I get this one started. Okay, so I know that I want to line the red layer up with the white layer, so I'm going to start by placing the white layer on the jar first. Let me just take this off. Okay, so I have the transfer tape. Make sure it's big enough to cover the entire place it down, and then you're going to use your scraper and scrape as hard as possible. All right, I think I scraped it pretty good, so let's peel it up and see. Pretty good, pretty good. Uh-oh. Looking good already. Now it's time for the hard part. I'm gonna use this tape roll for some stability. Whew. I'm scared, y'all. I have Mother here for some extra support. Just gonna place it down ever so gently. And here we have it. I don't know about y'all, but this looks like a success to me. So what I'm gonna do is take this and just burnish. Really good. Look at that. Don't forget, transfer tape is reusable, like Mother says. And we're just gonna use the same piece of tape for the red piece. Place that down and burnish. I really don't want to mess this up. So I'm just gonna cut these so I can do 2 pieces at a time. That way it's easier and it'll be as good as I can get it. So cute. Just look at that. Beautiful. Put the lid on. And how cute is that? I know Santa would approve of this. Just beautiful. Let's move on to the next one. I have my next mat ready for the next glass. What I'm going to be doing this time is trying the parchment paper method. So this will help me move both layers at once. So what I'm going to do is just place this layer of parchment paper down. Then I'll just use this to hold it in place just for a quick second. And then I already used my transfer tape to grab the next layer. And then what you're gonna do is just make sure you have a little extra piece hanging off the edge so you can just place it down on the parchment paper right where you want it to be. And the good thing about the parchment paper is that it's not sticky, so you're able to move it around if you don't like the way it looks. All right, so I can see they're spaced out pretty well. And what I'm gonna do is just lay the transfer tape down and slowly pull away the parchment paper. And just like that, they are spaced out just how I want it to be. It looks good. And now I can burnish it. Let's pull it up, see if it adhered well. Ooh, that looks good. Here we have it, looking good already. And now we're just gonna place it on the jar carefully. Now let me cut this excess piece off. All right, I successfully got it on here. It's looking good. And we're done with this one. Look how cute that is. And I switched out the top for a red one, but let me know what y'all think in the comments. Should I keep the white one or the red one? I think they're both cute, but let me know what y'all think. Here's how they look. I absolutely love these. And mother approves, so that's how you know they're good. All right, now I'm gonna give you my final thoughts.
Yo, these are done. And literally, what am I going to say? I love it. I love them. The gingerbread the gingerbread man would approve of this one, and Santa would approve of this one, and I approve of both. They are just so cute. I don't think I've been more proud of anything else in my life at this point. They're so cute. And along the way, I took some notes of some things I wanted to let y'all know. First off, I forgot to tell y'all, whenever you are putting adhesive vinyl on the mat, make sure you put it with the squares face down. Don't forget that. I also recommend StarCraft vinyl because it was very easy to weed. It did take a little bit of time because, you know, we have some intricate details and whatnot, but it cuts very well and it weeds very well too. And about the parchment paper method, I've never done that before, but I think it went pretty good for my first time doing it. So I would definitely say give it a try. If you're not comfortable with it, you don't have to do it. And definitely hand wash these because you want to be gentle with them. Make sure the vinyl stays on for as long as possible. I would also recommend a thin weeding tool to get those small pieces out. It just helps it weed better. And then definitely patience. Like I said, these were some intricate designs, kind of intricate, and it was definitely worth it. I just love them so much. So hopefully you found this tutorial helpful. If you did, please like the video, subscribe to my mom's channel, and turn on the bell for notifications because she does upload new content every single week. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thanks for watching. Bye!